I kind of want to watch the Cutie Honey series.
Oh, yes, you absolutely should. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
So.
You listen to my fucking radio hour, dude?
Yeah. Yeah. So, but the one thing
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Anime Summit podcast. It's your favorite host of the most, Som the Bomb. And with me every week is Danny. Oh man. And Nick is off this week because he was on vacation these past couple days and he had just got back. So yeah, we were
taking a break.
We were talking about the Amanda show earlier with Amanda Bynes. And her character that does that, where she's like, God, so fucking terrible. And a lot of people are gonna be like, God, that's annoying. And I'm like, yes, exactly. That's what the character was. It's like she was made to be this really weird, like annoying girl who was just like, who didn't care what anyone thought of her. And it was funny. That's a funny show. Shout out to Amanda Bynes. I know that she's going through some stuff, but hopefully she's doing okay. I should ask her to guest on the podcast.
Right.
She's like, I watched Dragon Ball as a kid when I was 4. Dude, this week, me and Danny are gonna talk about plan to watch lists, watching habits. We're gonna talk about our plan to watch lists, and the reason being is because Nick was off. Nick had done these episodes on Patreon, which you can only listen if you're a patron. Where he like runs through his plan to watch list and goes like he literally just goes down and goes like he's like Fooly Cooley, Houseman Castle, Kill, like he just like he does commentary on each one obviously, but if you want to hear those you got to be a patron, patreon.com/anime summit. But I thought it'd be funny. It's like, okay, well, those are Nick's, right? He's got those. Me and Danny should talk about some of these ones that we want to watch, that we want to tackle, that we either just haven't had time for yet, or because they're just really long and we're kind of intimidated by how long these shows are, or, how do you do it? You know what I mean? So that's what we're going to do today. And hopefully you guys may have some tips for us afterwards about like, hey, just watch this, or do it this way, change your watch habit this way, or something.
Yeah, any recommendations are open to.
We're open to the reckoning. The reckoning. The one.
I'm gonna wreck it.
Here, that's my recommendation to y'all. Let's watch Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wreck it. John C. Reilly should do more voice acting roles.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
he has a good voice for all that.
Mm-hmm. Dude, speaking of which, before we jump into it, of course, links.animesummit.net. That is where you can find all the links to Go Places, Google Podcasts, I'm about to say iTunes again, Apple Podcasts, and there's also just to Anchor where we upload. But also Spotify, and if you leave a Spotify rating, please do, because we want to get to 100 ratings on Spotify.
Yeah. Woo, woo.
And once we do, we're going to just have a little Twitch party where we do live Q&A. I'll play some video games. Maybe I'll try and speedrun some games, hang out with Danny and Nick. I don't know what they're going to do that day. I think Danny's going to hang out with me. I think Nick is going to... We're probably going to play some games with Nick. We're going to find a way to play some maybe Mario Kart with Nick or something. And
or Fall Guys or something like that. But just have just the three of us play it.
And then we're going to give stuff away throughout. It'll be just kind of a hodgepodge of just a live party, pretty much. And if we get to 100 ratings, we'll do that. And Danny, what are you gonna do? What did you offer people? What did you tell them?
If we get to 100 ratings, 5-star 100 ratings, I will watch School Days and review it on the podcast.
Oh man. Yeah, because here's the thing: we did that review so long ago with the other hosts, and Danny.
Yeah.
Danny came on after, and she, I think she remembers fondly listening to that episode and going, "I'm not gonna watch that crap."
I do.
Like,
Yeah, and just how like literally everybody is just like, this is so fucking bad, and Nick is over there all like, but what are you talking about? It's a 10 out of 10 show.
And here's the thing too: is like when I watched it, I did not know it was based on a visual novel. So
Right,
then,
yeah,
when I
yeah.
kind of knew that, I was like, "Oh, okay, I guess." So then I went and watched like a playthrough of the visual novel, and then watched like all the different endings. And so then I was like, okay, so that kind of makes sense a little bit why it sucks, because they fused together some of like the paths. And so,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and plus you just hate the character. You hate the main guy so much. I hate him so
Yeah,
much.
he's such a piece of shit.
Yeah, but I do like the girls in it very much so. But that being said, yeah, that's a pretty fun offer. And that's,
Yeah.
let me tell you something. I opened the show sheet and that was just written on there, and I was like, that's news to me. That's going to be hilarious. Let's fucking do it. Let's fucking go.
So it was funny because you announced it on our Discord, and I was going to put that same thing on our Twitter so that I can let everyone know. But then I was like, wait, we should wait until like we announce it on the podcast, and I'll throw in this little twist that I'll watch School Days.
Yeah, because last
So-
week I didn't say too much about it. I was just like, yeah, we'll just do something live on Twitch. We'll have a
Yeah.
giveaway, whatever.
Yeah.
But then I saw that and I was like, okay, that's the sinker, right? That's the hook and sinker right there. That's like, let's fucking do it, dude. So that's really hilarious. A few more things before we jump into the topic. If you're a patron, I will be releasing actually you should see it now, actually, because I'll be releasing it the day this comes out. Unless you get this episode early, which I'm sure you will. But I will be releasing this, the first chapter of Fist of Summit, the manga for patrons, where me and Danny and Nick are delinquents in a gang, and we fight other schools. And
It's so funny.
Nick is really strong. So Danny has already read it, and a couple other people whose artistic eye I trust have already read it. And for me, being my second comic ever, I stand by it. I critiqued the hell out of it and went back and redid a bunch of pages. And there's a page in there where I'll just say where Danny takes up the whole page, and I redid her position like 4 times, and it was tough. But now I kind of, going into chapter 2, like the experience, you know what I mean? I think I can.
You probably have a better idea on what you want to do now.
Yeah, definitely. So I would say if you want to become a patron and read that, please do. And we're working towards getting a physical book when all 3 chapters are done. Plus, there will be a bonus chapter, a little short bonus chapter about how Nick acquires the bucket.
Got his bucket.
Yeah, because that's his character in the manga. Is he carries around this bucket? Nobody knows why. So, yes. And then also, I want to remind people really quick, the YouTube video was late. It went up today. So, like, the episode comes out Friday, and it's supposed to be uploaded on YouTube the following weekend, Saturday or Sunday, preferably Saturday. I forgot to this past weekend, so it went up today. And in the process, I accidentally deleted the week before's. So, like, I accidentally
no.
Yeah, I accidentally deleted the winter season, or not winter, the spring review. So, I had to re-upload that. So, I'm very sorry to the people who watch on YouTube. I apologize. But yes, it's up now, and also I re-uploaded so it's going to look out of order, you know what I mean? But anyways. Danny, you got to do this part because Nick's not here. Listener question of the week.
Yeah, this question is from Mikeru, and he asks, you had a terrible day. What do you do to make yourself feel better? Smoke a blunt.
I was gonna say light a fatty.
Light a fatty.
I tend to kind of just I have a multitude of things, and the reason why is because my vices before were to lash out or like buy stuff. And so being in and out of therapy the last like 4 or 5 years, and then kind of changing meds around and bettering myself just on my own, I've come up with new ways to like sink my mind into. When I was a kid, I would just draw or write. And I lost sight of that. I just, for the past 10 years, I didn't do that. Ever since I got Clip Studio Paint again, I've been drawing all the time now. So I dive into that. I'll draw like a waifu really quick, or I'll work on my comic, or a comic, you know, because there's other comics I'm working on as well now. I'll watch cat videos. Sometimes I still slip back into because I have a shopping addiction. Like I've been diagnosed with, I forgot the word for it, but like a shopping addiction, retail addiction. And sometimes I'll slip back into that and buy stuff. I'll relapse, but like it's not terrible. It's like, you know, I spend like $30 on something, or I buy like
small things.
Yeah, before I used to like drop a hundo on just random dumb shit. You know, it was just really weird. But or now what I'll do, especially, I will watch movie scenes that are comforting to me, and a lot of those are like movies that I watched as a kid with my mom, or with my brother, or with Mario, or whatever. And oftentimes a lot of those scenes are like where some asshole is getting what's coming to him. So like
Karma's a bitch.
Yeah. So like if you ever seen The Equalizer 2 with Denzel Washington, there's a scene in there where these rich assholes like take advantage of this girl, and then they call an Uber for her, and he's driving an Uber, the main Denzel Washington is. So he takes her to the hospital, and then he goes back to the place and pretends like the card got declined, and then he kicks everyone's ass. And you can tell it's a bunch of just like young like trust fund assholes, you know, like it's awesome. He breaks this dude's finger. That's so sick. Like fuck those guys. And yeah, that's what I'll do. Or I'll just like sometimes once in a while I will go to the store or something, or go to Caribou and get like a tall iced turtle mocha with a shot of espresso, or I'll get a cheesecake, which is bad.
Cheesecake is good.
That's also bad because you're eating sugary stuff. But like, I don't do that often. A lot of the times lately, it's been drawing or watching movies or something. But yeah, I talked way too long. Go ahead, Dave. Sorry, my bad. What do you do?
I mean, when I was a kid,
light a blunt.
anytime, you know, I took dance, so anytime I had a terrible day and it was, you know, dance day, like dance class, that would always make me feel better. So,
I'm just gonna focus on what I'm learning today and my moves today.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
Take it out on the dance floor.
Right, exactly. Sweat it out, you know. I recently, though, like now that I'm older, yoga helps. Even working out, in all honesty, like that kind of definitely makes me feel better. I actually started doing that again recently. So, and I mean, even playing video games can kind of help me just like literally come home, get in comfy clothes, have some snacks, and just sit in the couch and play a game is quite satisfying. So, especially recently, now that I'm playing Stray.
Yeah, play the kitty.
So, yeah.
I did when I was trying to come up with new vices from my shopping addiction. But I would run to shopping. And when I was trying to come up with new ways, I would play video games. I would play JRPGs that took like a long time. You know, like I know this is going to take me a long time.
Yeah,
Not necessarily because the game is long, but I know like it would take me a while to get through it. So there was like one year where I beat like Breath of Fire 1, 2, Final Fantasy 5, Super Mario RPG for the 11th time, Earthbound for the 3rd or 4th, 5th time. In like 1 year, because I was just like, I was jobless. I didn't know what I was doing. I was like,
yeah.
But video games are also a good Vice, I think. You know, so hell yeah, dude. Sorry, we took forever answering that.
We went a little over on that, but that's okay.
But that makes us real. Okay, that's real.
Yeah,
that's real
exactly.
shit. Has waifu and husbando, Danny?
Some you say waifu, and I'll do husbando.
Okay, Danny was like, let's pick these from shows that we want to watch that are on our our plan to watch list. I was like, oh, good idea. So I picked Shime Ryomo from Ikitosen. Some people might have seen her before. She's the girl with the eye patch and blue hair. Ikitosen is like a kind of a smutty show, fan service show. Girls doing martial arts, kicking each other's asses. And then, one girl gets kicked in the chest and her shirt gets ripped. You see the boobs. That kind of show.
Ooh. Under boob or side boob or cleavage?
Like almost all the boob.
Okay.
And, well, actually, there's one scene where it's a lot of under boob. Because, like,
ooh,
they tear the bottom of her. They tear the bottom of her shirt. Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of like a fan servicey. I really want to watch that, and I didn't realize how many like OVAs and seasons of it there were. But there's a lot. I guess. Apparently, the newest thing that came out in like 2022 was like an OVA, I think, called Shin Nikito-sen. Oh no, it's only just 3 episodes TV. It doesn't say OVA. But yeah, it's like an ecchi. Apparently, it didn't do very good, but a lot of people say, "Oh, the original's better," that kind of thing. I still want to watch all of it, But yeah, that's who I picked for waifu.
Nice. And I picked Akito Takagi from Bakuman, who is husbando for today. So
Bakuman. Wait, which one is this one? Didn't we?
It's the same people who wrote Death Note and Platinum End.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Didn't we? Oh no, we didn't watch this. One of my. Oh, I'm thinking of Barakamon. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah. This is completely different. This is a completely different type of show compared to like Death Note and Platinum End. This is more of a lighthearted work setting.
Yeah.
So it's a completely opposite genre from what excuse me, what Takeshi normally does.
Yeah.
Character design wise, and like even with Oba with the story and everything. So
yeah. And it's still serialized in Jump, which is cool. It's like, how many volumes is that? It's long, isn't it? Isn't it a long
it's like
boy?
20 volumes.
Okay.
And then they have a prequel, and they also have a spin-off, which is a light novel though. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Freaking. So did you read it? You've read it, or?
No, I never read it. I never watched it. So, and I am a fan of their work anyway. So, because I actually generally do like Death Note, and I really enjoyed Platinum End. And eventually I would like to read Platinum End just to kind of see the differences between the manga and the anime, because I fairly enjoyed the anime for sure. So it was definitely a different aspect compared to Death Note.
Sure.
So, because you have angels versus like Shinigami, and the Shinigami aren't really there to destroy the earth and stuff like that, and so they don't really have an agenda, whereas the angels in Platinum End had an agenda because their god died. So they were trying to find a new god. Yeah. And, Bakuman, this is like a completely different. This is more so up my alley, because it's like a work slice of life kind of thing.
Yeah.
So coming of age kind of story too. So, yeah.
So I think it might be a good idea to be like, well, that's a good starting point, right? So as I was shuffling through all the Ikitosen things that there are, because there's a shit ton of them, it's like a bunch of different seasons and then a bunch of different OVAs afterwards that act as sequels. It's kind of crazy, but like, if I search it on Analyst, I got my Analyst open right now. Battle Vixens Ikitosen. So that was 13 episodes, and then there's Ikitosen Dragon Destiny, which was 12. Then Great Guardians, which is another 12, and then Extreme Executor, which is another 12. And then there's more sequels after that, which are 1 to 3 episodes.
Right.
And so things like this is like, so like my main thing right now is like, I'm definitely one of those people now who am a little more confident in tackling long things, especially since I've been reading One Piece.
I was about to say, you're reading One Piece, so
and like I'm like, we're getting through Hunter x Hunter and stuff to get ready for a review, which me and Danny had started it a while ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
But we go through these periods. I can't speak for Danny too much. Just my observation, because obviously we're both telling each other what we're watching constantly. But like we go through these periods where we're watching it for like 20 some eps, and then we kind of forget about it because seasonal reviews roll up, and then first impressions roll up. And so what I've been doing, is like while I work on my comic or drawing or whatever I'm doing, I'll put it on my second monitor and watch it. And I found that to be a little hard because it's a shonen and it has like all these details.
Some shows you actually generally have to pay attention to. I mean, I usually do that too. So like if I'm kind of, if I'm playing Animal Crossing or something like that, I'll put on a show that, I mean, generally when I do something like that, like if I want to play a video game, particularly Animal Crossing, I would normally put on something that I've already watched a dozen times. Yeah. To just have as like background noise.
Yeah. Yep. And with Hunter x Hunter, like there was a few times where I was able to do it. But when it comes to like parts where like it's like the climax of like the arc, or where they're explaining like how they're going to get to the end or whatever, then I was kind of like, shoot. So I don't know where, I think Danny's at Greed Island. I'm like at the end of Greed Island. So that, I don't know if that's necessarily the best way to do it. Otherwise, I watch like 5. Every time I do that, I watch like 5 to 8 episodes at a time. Just sitting here, drawing. And then here's the thing too, is like, this is gonna sound like I'm making fun of Nick, but I'm not. Me and Danny have like, we have partners, so like, obviously it's like, I want to split watch time, my hobbies with spending time with them, obviously. And there's not a lot of things that me and Trisha watch together anime wise. So she's not into anime like we are. So like, she's very much into live action TV series that are like, dramas. She likes horror shows. She likes some documentary shows, you know what I mean? But like, there's not too much anime we watch together. So like when I'm watching it, I have to put it in my time. You know what I mean? I can't use that with her time. So I don't know. I got to find a way to like, and I'm not very good at, here's the thing too. I'm not very good at doing things like, oh, well, every Wednesday just do this, or every Thursday just do this. And it's like, well, no, because there are times even on our podcast where it's like, oh, we should we record this day because, Sam's not feeling well, or because Nick has a thing on Tuesday or something. You know what I mean? Normally we record Tuesday nights, but it's up in the air for me. Like too many factors are up in the air where I'm like, okay, well, shoot. So it's just kind of like when I have time. There are now, okay, I will say this. There are times too where I'll go up to Trisha and she'll be like, what are we doing this weekend? And I'm like, and I'll always say whatever you want to do. And she's like, no, I'm just asking because, like, if you got to work on stuff, I'm like, well, no, like, I always tell Trisha, like, I'll put anime and podcast after you, right? but it's always something like, well, no, it's just that I was going to rearrange my office, so I'm just wondering. I'm like, oh, okay, well, never mind. I'll just watch anime then, you know? But, yeah, so, like, I don't know. It's weird. It's hard for me to, like, have a set way to watch anime. It's like I just do it when I'm sitting here working on stuff, or if I want to, you know, and or not if I want to, but like there are times, well, even if I want to, but like there are times where I sit here, I'm like, I probably should watch some Hunter x Hunter, and then I just turn it on because I'm sitting here just farting anyway. So I don't know. Like, what do you do? Like, what's your let's pretend like it's an average day off for you, right, Danny? Like you're not at work. Because I work 7 to 3. Like I work like a 9 to 5, right? So like
Right.
when I'm off work, you know, I can do whatever. But like you, your schedule changes from like month to month, right?
No, I have a set schedule.
Oh, okay.
I have set days that I have days off.
Okay, but some of those shifts are like in the evening though, right? Or not?
Yeah, I have one evening shift. So, well,
Okay.
actually 2 evening shifts if you want to count Saturday. So,
Gotcha. Okay. So like on an
Right.
average day off for the fucking Danny, right? Like what is, and you have to. There's stuff you have to watch.
yeah.
What do you do?
I mean, I definitely manage my time when it comes to between whether I want to play video games or I have things I have to do, like around the house and stuff. You know, I'll definitely plan out my time. And I mean, James watches anime too, but definitely not as much as me. And the two of us definitely have very different tastes when it comes to anime and stuff. So, and James is actually watching One Piece as well. So he's taking that journey right now.
Crazy.
So, yeah. I think Ed meant, like, I mentioned it to everyone on the Discord, and Ed was all like, just tell him to watch the movies. It'll be quicker. And I told him about it. He saw, and he goes, no, it's fine. I'll ride this wave.
Dedication.
So,
and obviously
yes.
you're not watching One Piece right now, so you don't, you know, you're not
Oh,
watching that with
no,
him. Yeah.
no. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'll watch, like, I'll look over his shoulder sometimes, like, because in our office, we share the same office, so his desk is on an opposite wall than me. So sometimes if I'm sitting here, we're both sitting in the room, I'll just, like, peek over to see what he's watching. Because sometimes we'll cook dinner, but we won't normally sit in the living room and watch something together. Sometimes there are things where if we're like really into a game or, you know, we just don't feel like sitting in the living room, we'll come in our game room and I'll watch something on my computer and he'll watch something on his.
Sure.
So, but yeah, I mean, I just kind of, you know, dedicate my days, especially, you know, like during seasonal and stuff. Sometimes when we announce when we're going to start watching that, I kind of really plan my entire, like, the next 2 weeks. It's like, okay, this week I'm not going to play any video games. Like, I have to dedicate myself to watching these shows. And also my job too, like, I work with my hands constantly. So once I'm done with work and I come home and I play a video game for like 7 hours, my hands are killing me. So watching anime is kind of like a resting kind of thing for my hands and stuff. So I definitely dedicate myself to watching a lot more anime than, I guess, compared to you, Som.
Yeah, no, I definitely should get back in the habit of just like watching just to watch and not watching while I draw or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, I do the same thing. Like, I'll play a game and I'll have something on, whether if it's something that I've never watched before. But also sometimes, depending on what the show is, and I need to pay attention, I can't multitask like that. You know, and especially if it's in subs, like I can't. I need to pay attention on what's going on if it's in subbed. I can't, play a game while watching. So.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I don't know, because I feel like the last, like when we were catching up for spring reviews and stuff, there was a couple shows on there where it's like I could, because it wasn't super crazy.
Yeah.
But there was some other shows where I'm like, okay, no, I gotta watch this. Like this is
right. Yeah.
And really, I give Nick so much shit about watching stuff in the background. But like I discovered kind of recently, I feel like I don't really like that too much. So I don't know if I will do that.
I like to enjoy my shows.
Yeah. And that's how I used to be too. And then I think I got too comfortable in just like drawing, and then thinking I could just do it all, but I really can't. But like there was a couple times, even in the show, like the one that was on this last season, Konoichi Tsubaki-kun, I was like, well, this is a slice of life, but I really want to like pay attention to like the progress of the characters here, because that's what's important. That's what drives the show. And I just was like, shit, I missed this thing about something she said about being a ninja and fuck, But anyway, so now what I'm thinking is like, okay, so let's do this, right? Let me just tell you. Let me just tell you like stuff on my plan to watch. And let me tell you this too. I don't have like on my analyst, I don't have a plan to watch section. I really should, but I used to be one of those people before who was all like, well, if it's not completed, then it's not going on there. Like whatever, or whatever. Like I'm not going to put my dropped shows on there. I'm not going to put my watching shows on there. But now I realize how much that's a great idea, because I had recently made my plan to read list for manga, and I forgot literally so many things that I was planning to read. And I was like, shit. Like, I do not remember everything that I want to read right now.
I'm so grateful for like Mal and Annie lists. Like it helps me keep track on what I watch.
No, seriously. Because now like I'm sitting here like, oh crap, what was on my plan to watch and I don't even fucking know. So now
I'm on Annie list all the time.
Yeah, I definitely need to get on the ball here and use it like how Nick tells me to use it, because for real. But so one of them we said already was Ikitosen. That's where the waifu's from. Another one is, and Danny, this is one that Danny wants to watch as well, is Hajime no Ippo.
Yes.
And that's like,
I think that should be our next show that we watch after Hunter x Hunter.
That's, yeah, you brought that up a couple weeks ago, and I was like, no, you're absolutely right, because like we talked about that for a while.
For a long time.
Yeah. And so it's
not only that, Ippo won our sports.
That's right.
Our sports tournament.
That's right.
Or SmackDown.
And I don't know. I think the manga's still going, and I don't know how far the anime itself goes, but the manga's been going since '89, and I think there's a couple like earlier anime adaptations. I'm talking about like the latest, newer one, I believe. I think it's just called like Fighting Spirit is what it's called in English, I guess, the English title for it. But
it's called
we really want to watch. We really want to watch this one. Wow, did not know Kentaro Miura was an assistant staff on the manga. That's fucking crazy. But yeah, dude, it freaking really want to watch that one. So it's one of those shonens where you're kind of just like, I gotta fucking watch this.
Yeah, it's very different compared to like Joe.
Ashita no Joe, yeah.
Or
Megalobox.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Ashita no Joe is definitely, well, first of all, it's way older. Or not way older, but it's definitely older. And that one's more, I think that one's got more drama in it. And then also Joe's kind of an asshole a little bit. But like,
yeah.
There's Fighting Spirit, which is 75 episodes. And then there's there's a bunch of OVAs that come after it, I guess. So it's 75 episodes. And then there's Oh, then there's New Challenger, which is 26 episodes. And then there's Rising, which is 25 episodes. And then there's some OVAs in between. So
there's a lot. There's a lot.
So there's over 100 clearly. So I mean, so now it's kind of like, okay, I see Hajime no Ippo. It's 100 some episodes, 120 some episodes, 130 some episodes. How do I do it? How do I tackle this? Not how I tackled Hunter x Hunter, because I'm doing this thing with Hunter x Hunter right now. Like I said earlier, where it's like I go in these spouts of watching like, 20 to 40 at a time, and then I drop it. Or, watching half an arc and then the rest of the arc at a time and drop it. And then go back to it, I don't want to do that. Like, if I start it, I want to get on. But then it's like, then you got to consider, like, the seasonal stuff we're watching. Then I got to go to the bathroom. Then I got to go to the store. Then I got to go take a pee-pee. Then I got to, pet the cats. What do you. Then I got to touch Trisha's butt. I got shit to do.
You gotta go to the stove.
I gotta go to the stove. And I gotta get milk and eggs, porn. Walking out the door.
Well, I mean, if we eventually, if we do decide to do Ippo, I'm pretty sure we can, go into our management sheet and kind of like, watch. You should, at this point, by this X amount of month, you should be at episode 50 or something like that, just to keep track on like how long it could. It'll probably be a lot of math to kind of maybe figure that out. But yeah, I think the best way to tackle Ippo, and if we do decide to watch it all together, we should definitely set a date on when we review it so that we can keep track on our episode watching for it, along with all the other stuff that we have to watch.
Right. And I think like, because something that we're also not doing with Hunter x Hunter is like, we should keep each other
updated,
more accountable. Yeah, like, Sam, how are you coming on? How you coming on that novel?
Yeah.
But
honestly, I think the calendar is going to be our best bet. I mean, I write everything on my calendar on my phone too.
Sure. Like, by August, whatever, you should be this far in, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I feel that. I like that idea. So, Danny, what's another show on yours, perhaps, that is one you wanted to tackle and you haven't yet?
Well, we talked a little bit about Bakuman, which is something that I definitely would like to watch eventually. It has 3 seasons, so I definitely want to watch that. But let's see. I kind of want to watch the Cutie Honey series.
Oh, yes, you absolutely should. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
So.
You listen to my fucking radio hour, dude?
Yeah. So, but the one thing that I kind of have a problem with, especially with stuff like Cutie Honey and Ashita no Joe, like a lot of shows that came out in like the 70s and 80s and stuff, I do kind of have a hard time watching that type of animation versus what we have now and like from the 90s and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Sometimes it's like cringe for me because it's very bland. There's not a lot of, highlights in the hair and, a lot of detail kind of. So, yeah, I don't know. I would say that's kind of like my thing. So, but there's actually another one, and Kai and a group of his friends actually watched this as a group watch, and they watched Aim for the Ace.
Oh, yeah.
So that was another one that I was definitely interested in. That one's also from the 70s. So, Yeah, like a lot of I definitely would like to watch a lot more older shows, stuff before the 90s, like Cowboy Bebop and stuff. I mean, that's from the 90s, but anything before that era, I would definitely like to watch and just kind of see how anime evolved throughout the decades.
I definitely want to try and rewatch Cutie Honey Universe because I feel like I didn't really give it a fair chance when it aired because I was really excited for it because I love Cutie Honey.
Yeah.
And I have not seen all of the original, 70s show. It's 25 eps, so I can, that's not a problem. I think I can tackle that in, a couple days. But I watched the new Cutie Honey or new Super Android Cutie Honey when I was a kid. And I was really excited for Cutie Honey Universe because it was Cutie Honey, but it was by Trigger. And I was like, oh, shit.
Right.
And it was, it was Yokoyama directing it.
Wait, Cutie Honey Universe?
Yeah, it aired like a couple of years ago. And when we did our seasonal, or it was Ashi Productions. Sorry.
Ashi Productions did that.
But like there was some Trigger staff on it. And
oh, okay, gotcha.
And so or rather staff that worked at Trigger were doing some of it. And I was like, man, I love Cutie Honey, and it's a new Cutie Honey show. But like the first episode, like there was so much random shit happening. I was like, wait, what the hell is happening? Like, what is this? And Honey Kisaragi was like at this academy, and then like she was already Honey, like she was already Cutie Honey. I didn't really understand what was going on.
Gotcha.
But yeah, Cutie Honey, the original, I've seen Cutie Honey the live, which is like one of my favorite live action Japanese shows. I think it's great. It's very Super Sentai-ish in a way as well. But yeah, dude, Cutie Honey is really good. I think you would like it because it's for okay. So number one, it's by Go Nagai, right? And Go Nagai is like known for like his kind of adultish, kind of bloody adultish boobs everywhere kind of stuff,
Yeah.
But like it was like his attempt at like, or his not attempt, but like his imagination of like a magical girl show kind of.
Right.
And so yeah, very cool.
Yeah. I also want to watch because it's being adapted. It's Rimiko Takahashi's Yureso. Can you say it, Sam?
Oh, to say Yatsura, yeah.
Yeah.
Very excited for that. Yeah. The original is 195 episodes.
Yeah. Do I want to take that leap? Holy shit.
There's 5 movies and then 195 eps and then a bunch of like OVAs. And I think that movie, the 5th movie 4 or whatever, or movie 5 was supposed to like end it, I think. I have no idea. I'm ignorant. But then there was also like a couple OVAs that came out like in 2008, 2007 or something. And people thought that was going to be a revival of the show, and it wasn't.
Right.
But I think that was just like
there's actually 6 movies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that was just like a beach episode or something. But yeah, I've never watched all of it. I remember watching some of it as a kid, and then some of it when I got older, and then I just kind of was like not paying attention to it. But yeah, it's like 190 some.
Yeah.
100,
Loom is just such an iconic character.
Yeah.
Like I used to see her everywhere.
Yes.
So
she's so damn cute. Like, you know what I mean? She's like,
I just want to watch all of Rimiko Takahashi's stuff.
Absolutely.
I want to read all of them too. I'm such a big fan of hers.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to read everything that she did.
I think we mentioned that last week too. I was just like, yeah, dude, like I want a new Maisen Nikoku. Like, let's get a remake of Maisen Nikoku.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I am good on that. I will wait for the new one and just watch the new one. 195 episodes. You're crazy.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I might just watch the new one and then maybe watch a few of the original and just like compare and contrast and see what's changed.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're going to modernize the new one.
Yeah, yeah. I think I hope some of the raunchy stuff still stays in it, but we'll see. Obviously,
That cover just looks so fucking pretty.
it's so good.
Like,
The key visual, like where she's like falling down and they're like in the middle of the street.
yeah.
So
yeah.
good. So good. So
Yeah.
good. So good. Okay, so what are some, let me ask you this. What are some smaller shows, maybe 13 to 25 eps that are on your plan to watch list that you just never got around to because we were so busy, watching, seasonal stuff or whatever, and you've just completely forgot about it? Because I can definitely think of like a couple, like for real right now.
Like very recent ones, or
It doesn't have to be recent.
like,
It could be.
or
it
does
could
it
be.
matter?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be recent.
Okay. Chiaya Furu is definitely one of them that I just never really gotten around to.
Shahina Fina.
Yeah, China Fina. Yeah, I mean, after talking to Shocking about it and everything, I did start it. I did start watching it, and I kind of just dropped the ball and stopped watching it because getting caught up on a lot of other things. And it was on my plan to watch list, but I actually started watching it today. Devil is a Part-Timer. I started watching.
Oh yeah.
That I have
Put on
not.
the new season.
Yeah, I have not seen it. I've never seen it. So, and now that it has a new season, and also I listened to Weebology's episode on their kind of opinion on the second season, because I think Ethan, he said Devil is a Part-Timer is pretty much one of his favorite anime that is out.
Yeah. I think I've heard him say that before too. Yeah.
Yeah, and that episode, when I listened to their episode, it was actually really good. Like, it kind of made me want to watch it. So, good job, Ethan and Ricky, for persuading me to watch Devil as a Part-Timer.
You've turned to Danny. Yeah. Another one I want to watch too. I think that's like, I don't even know how many episodes it is now because I think there's a few different series of it. But like all the Grand Order, fake Grand Order stuff. The production on those are just wild. Oh, you know what else? This one's a little newer, I guess, because I think the manga's continuing now. Kekai Sensen, or Blood Blockade Battlefront. I've never watched those. And Nick has been telling me for the past 15 years.
Yeah. I watched a little bit of those too.
Yeah, we should watch those.
Thing.
What's another one for you?
Let's see. I'm scrolling.
I'm like busting through like all the seasonal pages on here. I'm like, wait, damn, what's another one? Oh, that was a good one.
Where was it?
Dude,
Is this a zombie I've never watched? Like, I want to watch that.
Oh, Don Machi. I've never finished Don Machi. I want to watch all those because we're getting a part 4 soon. Or part
Another recent, like, I guess newer one kind of is actually Golden Kamuy. I watched the first season of Golden Kamuy.
Yeah, we gotta watch that.
And I never continued. Like, I never finished.
I started season 2 and I forgot about it. Yeah, but it's good. It's really good. Yeah.
And I know Sen is reading it, and I know it's freaking good.
Yeah, they love it. Dude, let's get another fairy gun. Free Wunderbar.
Oh God.
Remember Free Wunderbar?
Yeah. I'm so mad that he didn't have a German accent in the English dub. Like, I was so mad. Seriously.
Let's get on Segoy Media and see if they have any clips from it and then dub it and just be like, I am Free Wunderbar.
Dude, that show is so lame.
This is funny. Like, I like the idea, but it's just like...
Right, it was fun.
It didn't explain it well enough in the beginning, and then I just kind of was uninterested.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, Free Wunderbar.
Free und. It's so stupid.
All right, you don't need to say your name
oh.
every time you come in here, all right? Just calm down.
So, okay, this is a long one. It's 74 episodes, but I want to watch Monster. We read it for Manga Club, and I love that manga, and I want to watch it. I want to...
I am a Japanese man.
I am a Japanese man. I want to watch that.
I didn't realize...
But I
forgot how long the manga was. I didn't realize
watch it.
It was that many episodes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Oh, Galaxy Express 999 I want to watch. It's 113 episodes.
Oh, damn.
And I know there's a movie called the Galaxy Express 999 movie. And I don't know if that's supposed to be like a recap or something, but it's a 2-hour long movie. I'll tell you what, though. Fucking Leiji Matsumoto and Rentaro. And Akio Sugino. Speaking of like long sci-fi shits like this, dude, freaking Snowman in our Discord is watching like all the Gundam.
Oh gosh, good luck.
They're watching like all the fucking Gundam. I just can't wait till they get to 8th MS Team, dude. 8th MS Team is, that is ace.
I tried watching like at least start out with Gundam Wing, but I end up watching something else.
Gundam Wing is weird because that had like a really goofy like dub.
Yeah.
And even the story is kind of weird because like you don't realize like how the way all the characters come together is kind of like, you know, it's not like your average like ragtag group of people. It's like they kind of work separately for a while. But if I ever...
So to like I did want to mention this one. It's totally unrelated to Gundam. But it's the Goku-sen. It's pretty much a female version of Great Teacher Oninosuka. So I've watched a little bit of it, bits and pieces, and it looked interesting to me. Not only that, but it has delinquent boys in it, but the teacher, she kind of has like a popularity with the delinquents, and it's totally funny. It's super hilarious.
Great Teacher Onizuka is even like on the recommended.
Oh yeah, it's the first one.
Yeah, that's funny. That actually looks. I really like the character design in this.
I feel like you would like that.
I'm gonna watch this
like,
before
I feel
GTO.
like it's up your alley.
I totally forgot about GTO. Like I was watching it a while ago.
Oh yeah, you haven't watched GTO.
I watched it. Shit. I watched a little bit as a kid, and then when I got older, like in high school, I tried to watch it again, and I forgot about it. And then I tried to watch it again like a couple years ago, and then also forgot about it. So like, I don't know. People hate on me for it because they're like, "Oh, it's like the greatest show of all time." Like, all right, whatever you say. It's not Beyblade, but I guess. But yeah, dude, freaking the Goku-san. This looks awesome. I really like the way the teacher looks.
Yeah, she looks cute.
Kumiko Yamaguchi. Cute. All right. Well, I have to add a lot of stuff to my plan to watch list.
Yeah. So now that we like talked about some of them, which one out of like at least I mean, if you could remember off the top of your head on which ones that we talked about, which ones would you consider like pretty much really dedicate yourself to watching it, and then maybe hopefully we can review it on the podcast later on?
Hajime no Ippo.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Nick will be down with that too.
Yeah, because I think Nick has seen most of it. He probably would rewatch some. I don't remember if he has or I think he has, but like, or it must have been a while ago. I think he said, but that's definitely like, I know like because I thought about it too. Like, oh, once I'm done with Hunter x Hunter, what do I do, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, and then I remember because me and Danny have also talked about Saint Seiya, like the OG. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I talked about, you know, you and I just doing like a Patreon exclusive where you would watch Sailor Moon and I would watch Saint Seiya, and we would just kind of talk about our journey together.
Yeah, because I haven't seen all of Sailor Moon, so I wanted to rewatch it, and I wanted to rewatch it in Japanese.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that was kind of the idea behind that, and like I also haven't seen all of Saint Seiya, so that's why I kind of wanted to do that. But now I'm kind of like wondering, like, I don't know, like Hajime no Ippo is just like, it looks super sick. I feel like that should be like the next kind of Danny and Som Hunter x Hunter watch, I guess, you know. But after that,
I think Nick would want to watch it too. I think you said that he only watched a little bit of it.
Oh no, yeah, no, you're right. Yeah. So Nick, it would just be like a thing for all of us. Absolutely. Yeah, because I don't remember if he's seen it all or not. I thought he said he had, but I don't remember. And if it was a while ago. But yeah, I wouldn't mind doing Saint Seiya after. And another one I do want to do. Okay, I forgot to say this earlier. Another one I do want to do, and I don't know who will watch this with me, and you'll have to excuse me because I don't remember the episode count. I rewatched it in the background like a long time ago, in my earlier adult years, and I did obviously watch it as a kid. But I really want to rewatch Samurai Pizza Cats. Oh, it's 54 episodes. But yeah, freaking Speedy Ceviche, Polyester. Let's go, dude. And Otama. Like, Otama is like so cute. She's the cutest. She's a feline owner of the Pizza Cat restaurant. She's adorable. Maybe I'll just isn't this based on a mango chutney? Maybe I should just read the mango chutney. But like,
I feel like you can just read it.
Oh no, it's not. It's a show. Nope, we have to watch it. We all have to watch Pizza Cats.
Oh no.
You have to watch Pizza Cats. It's 54 episodes. This is very much like a Sentai Monster of the Week kind of show. But I mean, it's Pizza Cats. So what's your problem?
Catface Johnson.
Just watch it. It's Pizza Cat. It's Catface. It's Catface Pizza Cats.
Oh no.
I do. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll do that on my own time. But no, I'm with the. I'm down with Hajime no Ippo. What was your answer? Was that going to be your answer too? Or
yeah, either that or Monster.
Oh yeah, Monster. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
Cuz that's 74 episodes.
I am a Japanese man. What was the can you tell me the context behind that? What was he doing?
Who the guy who said I am a Japanese man?
Yeah, why was he like in the mirror doing that?
He was investigating the doctor Tenma, because Tenma is on the run. He got framed for killing like the director of the hospital that he used to work for. So because he saved a kid back in the day, and then like years later there are like these murders that are happening. So Tenma kind of got framed for the incident that happened that night, and Inspector Long, he is investigating Tenma. So, and he knows that Tenma is Japanese, so he was trying to get in the mind of a Japanese man. So and he had chopsticks, and he's like, I am a Japanese man. I have chopsticks. It's so stupid.
Yes, because Japanese people are the only like people who use chopsticks.
Yeah. Like, it was so dumb. It's so dumb.
I am a Japanese man. That's so funny. That's hilarious. Okay. Well, you know what? I think tonight I am going to fill out a plan to watch list on my analyst. And for those
it's way overdue there, Som.
It's way overdue, number one. Okay. Number two, you'll also, and I gotta double check here. I'm checking right now on the YouTubes. Okay. So for some reason I thought I updated this. I clearly didn't. But on the YouTube descriptions, I put our mals, but I thought I updated it to our analysts. I clearly didn't. So I'll have to update the YouTube like description like the autofiller descriptions, because it still shows our.
I mean,
Mal's
you can
on
probably just change mine. I think Nick still uses Mal. I don't really use Mal all that much anymore.
I don't either, and I thought I did like a while ago, but mine still shows like, yeah, mine's not even updated. Like it's not even. Yeah, that's wrong. That is wrong. It's wrong. I gotta update that. So, but I will put me and Danny's analysts in the description of this episode, so you can check those out if you want. After, I'll make sure it's updated before we upload. By the time you hear this, I'll make sure it's updated. But yeah, dude, there's our plan to watch list and our bad watching habits. Hopefully, you guys have some idea. This is where we need you to come in and tell us how to do our jobs, basically. Okay, so like,
right.
You need to come in here and be like, Som, quit drawing titties, and quit watching Samurai Pizza Cats and watch this. And then you need to go over to Danny and be like, Danny, quit playing cat faces and watch cat faces. All right?
I gotta watch Working Buddies.
You gotta watch Working Buddies, dude. 10 out of 10 show. For those of you who haven't seen Working Buddies, you should watch it. 10 out of 10 show. It's like nothing. It's like the show is like, I've never seen a show where nothing happens.
Right?
That's literally
and there are
that show.
animals in it.
Yeah. It's just like just cats. But yeah, let us know what your watching habits are like. Let us know how you get through big shows. Let us know how you handle, 10 seasonal shows at a time. Let us know how you do that shit, okay? And thanks again for listening every week. I really appreciate it. We'll be back soon with our summer first impressions, and we got a Hunter x Hunter review coming up. I said it tentatively for the end of August, but we'll see. If me and Danny get our shit together, we'll get to it.
I'm pretty sure once we get seasonals first impressions out of the way, I'm gonna really hone down and watch Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah, for sure. So, that being said, I love you guys very much. Thanks for listening every week. I love you just the way you are. I've been Som. That's been Danny. And we've been the Anime Summit Podcast.